Previously on The Trouble Man.
It's that early self-portrait of Newley that I mentioned.
Operation Hat Trick.
Daisy says he's never even heard of you.
What do you want, Mr. Fick?
I want you to start telling me the truth, Mr. Newley.
What the?
Grant, you're telling this idiot everything.
You need somebody found or found out? Call me.
Name's Fick. Just Fick. A man in my line gets to scrape past the airbrushed veneer of the scantily clad metropolis. It's good to be self-employed. Along with the gumshoe routine, I also scribble. I serve up all the hard-boiled drama you can eat.
Life never reminds you what to do. As time goes by, it's up to you.
Janet, what are you doing?
One bullet, problem solved. And another one for Daisy.
We're not killing Daisy. We've discussed this. Tomorrow we give him his money and we get on a plane. He'll be reasonable. I'm sure Mr. Fick here is willing to be reasonable as well.
They will ruin everything. Everything my brother died for.
Wait a sec. Mike, your brother, not yours.
Mike Barrett was one of the first people to champion my work in the 90s. After my breakdown, he helped engineer my disappearance by introducing me into the operations of his galleries as his brother.
So that was his body in the studio fire. So you guys rubbed him out?
We did not rub out my brother, you ass clown.
Mike was dying painfully. He came up with the scheme. The night of the fire, we made a nice farewell dinner and opened a great bottle of wine, and Mike took some pills and slipped away peacefully.
We never should have agreed to it. We killed him, Grant. Now he's dead, gone, and morons like this schmuck and Daisy.
Mike wouldn't have wanted this.
Hey, look, it looks like you guys have a lot to sort of talk through, so maybe I'll just, Okay, what if I told you there was a clean way out? One where you didn't have to spend hours mopping my stylish brains off the floor before the cops get you for homicide.
Try 30 minutes. We have a wet vac.
Back at the house, hear him out.
Yeah, look, you already said this was Daisy's money, right? I'll deliver it for you. That way you don't have to risk him finding out you're still alive. You guys keep all the money from the Newley fire sale, you keep your new identities, you skip town. I'll keep my mouth shut, I swear.
Why should we trust you?
Because you don't have a choice. Now give him the money so I can turn this thing off and go watch Hannity.
Perfect timing, Al. He knows where I am, and he can have the cops here in minutes.
So now we gotta pay this guy too?
No, I'm independently wealthy, so I really don't care.
Who is that?
Look, as long as Daisy's safe, you're safe, okay? But that means no more forgeries, otherwise I'm left holding the bag with Faisal.
What about the man in the hat?
Well, he stands for justice, ma'am, and so do I.
Signing off now. Over and out.
Your move.
Don't betray us, Mr. Fick.
Well, it's just Fick, and don't worry about it. Look, I don't mind you trying to put one over on the art world, Mr. Newley. You know, it seems like kind of a rigged game anyway. Well, okay. Well, no reason to drag this out. Thank you for your time.
So it felt good to finally solve the case of the forger who thought he was going to die, but instead got rich without me having to get shot in the crotch. Titles are tricky. Anyway, I did right by my fraud client. Daisy got enough money to make a new start with his family, enough to make up for all the time he'd lost stroking his ego behind bars. Later, I received an invitation to a one-man show of his work at a highfalutin LA gallery, arranged, no doubt, by old friends. I didn't attend, but I read later that a bunch of previously unknown Newleys auctioned for over $10 million at Sotheby's, and that Newley, for now, remains dead, as are any who smell his gums. Well, I mowed Al's lawn as I said I would. I owed him, sure, but I also couldn't deny him one of the few pleasures he had left in watching me sweat. For all I knew, I was his only friend. Oh yeah, a painting arrived in my mail, addressed to the man in the hat. It wasn't to my taste, so I passed it on to someone I knew would appreciate it. Hush money, I figure. As for me, I was due some R&R. Like my guardian angel said, it had all worked out just fine. And with my hard-earned bonus, I was getting close to a semester's tuition for my kid, or at least the books. Holding out for a scholarship. So everyone got what they wanted, and no one got hurt. All that bad. Well, that pretty much wraps up all the loose ends, unless I'm forgetting anything. Until my next case, I'm gonna relax and get back to my scribbling.
Trouble, man? Yeah? Wait, slow down. You lost your memory. Are you sure?